Hello everyone, it's John from DoubleSleeved here and welcome to another Zendikar Rising draft video. Now, I know what you're saying, John, you've not done a draft and craft in too long. Cards on the table, I did a draft and craft. I recorded it and it was a 0-3. I'm going to be honest with you, it was a 0-3 and I just can't bring myself to keep putting out these videos. I'm not going to lie about it, it wasn't good enough. You guys deserve better, so we're going again. It was an attempt at going outside of the white-black clerics that I'd seemed to have done the last couple of times. And I ended up trying to do this green-black counters that I'd been wanting to do for a while. And I forced it. I'm going to be honest, I forced the deck. I shouldn't have done. I actually probably should have just gone clerics, as I had probably better cards than I've had in either of the two decks that I've attempted to play clerics with. And there you go. That's what you get. So I'm doing another one. Obviously I'm going to keep doing them. I'm going to hope, there we go, straight away, that we get something a bit better. So, straight away here, a Leyline Tyrant. So it's a flying 4/4 for 4. Straight away, it's fantastic. It's mythic, which is great. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. When it dies, you can pay an amount of red mana, and when you do, it deals that much damage to any target. So, in this pack, we've got a couple of okay red cards, especially that one. Got a Deadly Alliance. We've got a Colony Ambush. I want to have a little look at some of these guys. So, creatures don't block, a bit of scrying, some card draw. Got this guy. I think this is a great card. A 2/3. Every time you gain life for the first time, you get a cat. You know, a rogue. I'm passing this on. The next 3 or 4 people are going to have some absolutely fantastic cards. So I don't feel bad about the Leyline Tyrant at all, though. I'm looking forward to this red deck. And look, we're immediately rewarded. So if you equip this guy, it has haste. When it dies, deal damage equal to its power to any target. So I don't mind that. What else have we got? We've got this. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature. It's a 1/0 for each creature in your party, and it has Menace. 3 mana. Okay. Obviously, the Relic Vial is this premium card that I have not had yet. Great for black-white clerics. A 3/2 for 3 that when you pay an extra 3, it bounces a card. I'm not overwhelmed by the others. I actually quite like Seagate Colossus. You know, that we're picking up a warrior, which is never a bad thing, to go with our dragon, so we'll take it. Staying in colour. Okay, so quite a bit to choose from here. Scion of the Swarm is okay. Best in the black-white cleric deck, which we're about to set somebody up for, who we've been passing some good cleric cards to. I actually quite like a Coon Warrior. It's quite expensive in it being a 6 mana 4/5. I have had good success with the Vanguard as well, but I really like the land situation that this brings. I quite like the Pack Beast, but with the Tyrant, having another land is always going to be beneficial, and we're going to count this as a land. But late game, we've got ourselves a 4/5 trample. I don't see any downside to that at all, so we'll confirm that. That's lovely. Okay, so now we're kind of looking at, do we want to look at something else? And right here we've got this cat average. We've got this Florahedron, which I like. I like the life gain Shepherd, although we're not necessarily needing that. I like the Raptor if we've got a reason to want lands in our hand. We've talked about him, we've talked about that one. This guy can make himself unblockable, or this girl. Don't mind the Drone of Silence, don't mind the Dread one, can be quite annoying. And obviously if we stuck in colour, I don't dislike it as a 1-3. I'm not a fan of the awake. So we'll take the Florahedron. I like what it does for us. Now the world has opened up to us. So, we've got this one. Seems to absolutely... this one. That's the description. Ardent Electromancer. It's a 3-mana 3/2 that will give us mana. At the moment, we're looking at a warrior and a warrior, but we can play to those strengths. When it lands, we're creating red mana, which is what we want. I like the 1/1 guide. I like the colony. I like the Stomper. The other two are okay green cards. We will wheel a card from this. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. Well, at this point, I really like Canopy Baloth. I'm not interested in a flying cleric. Also, at this point, I'm also drinking some Diet Coke and eating both Twiglets. And if you're not a Twiglet fan, I appreciate how much you watch the show, but you can stop. Just kidding. I'm also chowing down on mini cheddars. Both of which are fantastic for when you're trying to record audio. So I will bear that in mind. I mean, I'm currently holding all the packs, so I need to just start chowing through them. I like a bit of card draw. I actually quite like the Death Toucher, although I'm going to take the Pack Beast. Pack Beast is too important, especially if we're going to take anything with... I like the Champion. Works well with some of the other warriors we've got. Speeding through it now, look at me go. We'll take the Voice, but we probably won't need it. I want to go heavier on red. And I like the cycling effect. Okay, we may play the Snarecaster depending on how many flyers we get, because there is quite a lot of flying in this format. There you go. Now who's holding up? That guy. So, as it stands, feeling pretty good. Oh, and that's not a bad card. Absolutely. Black, white, clerics, and look at the cards in this pack. I feel emotionally drained when I play this game like this. That is an absolute bomb. And I'm just going to pass it. I'm going to take this guy. It's a 5/4 haste. I can't argue. I've got some warrior synergy. I've got some other things. And here he's binding. Expedition Healer's okay. Blood Priest is great. Rapid Bite. Rabid Bite. It's not going to wheel, but if it did, I'd be really grateful. I'm going to take another one of these Electromancers. I do really like this though. We're probably not going to play the Strength of Solidarity, so that probably isn't going to be beneficial. Yeah, we aren't really adding any 1/1 counters on anything. And by we aren't really, we aren't. Which makes this an absolute winner. So, if we look at 1 warrior, 2 warriors, 3 warriors, 4 warriors, 5 warriors, we will take the Relic Axe. We're going to take this this Rabid Bite because for 2 mana, it's basically a removal spell considering how many sort of good cards we've got. I would like the Canopy Baloth to come back round, but I can't imagine that will happen. Vastwood Surge is absolutely fantastic. Okay. I don't dislike the sneaking guide. So we've got one thing that wants us to be, or that cares about party. Two things that care about party, which is three really. I think I'm gonna be more in for the sneaking guide, just because I didn't have enough time. We are absolutely all over this Syndiclasm. I think we've done a good job of shutting off red. Dealing 1 damage for 2 to everything kills quite a few things. Dealing 2 damage to everything is pretty significant. I mean, it would kill a lot of our stuff, but we do have some sort of higher end, which it wouldn't. Yeah, and we're really in for that adventurer for sure. Okay. Interesting, there's no one on warriors. We're not in white, and I'm not prepared to take white. We will take the beetle, but I'm not sure we will actually play it. And I think we will, again, we'll take the warrior. We'll take a second visionary, but we may not play it. I mean, we've shut red and green off. Nice. This time round. We're going to be in a situation where we're going to have to make some tough decisions with them in each other. Here we go. Perfect. Great card. Can't use it. Great card. Can't use it. Okay. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery or wizard, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll take it, but we'll also be aware we want that expedition to wheel. We're not really that bothered here, to be honest. We have got a decent amount of party members, so probably take that. I just really like this card with what we're doing right now. Every day of the week, it almost doesn't matter what else is there. This is a green land, and that makes it virtually the best card ever. Because we're probably going to play it as one of our lands, or as kind of like a hybrid, like half a land. So, and it does something useful. It brings a card into our hand from the graveyard, so kind of does it all really. We're now in a situation where we kind of just want warriors, and chances are we're going to need to be quite picky. Oh man, that card. It's just going to get us to play so much. That is such a shame that that's come down to us. Who's on Red White Warriors? I'm on Red Warriors. Should I have been on Red White Warriors? Quite possibly. What's our curve look like? Nothing on 5. That's on 6. Not bothered by it. I'd rather take another one of these. Well, hello. Absolutely. So we've kind of got a warrior wizard combo going. can't see us playing 2 of those. I can't see us playing any of those. Well, we can have a little bit of a play around for sure. It's a shame that we're in red and we've not seen any of the like royal whatever it is. There's a bunch of red removal, and we've only really got the Cinderclasm. We have managed to get the Rabid Bite, so we've got a couple of removal spells, but really we're looking at, you know, we're looking at just hoping that and that wasn't a bad ending. So at this point we've got basically a land. We're 6 wizards, 8 warriors. Anything that's not a wizard or a warrior, we need to really criticise. Also, if you can hear the rain on the roof, oh, isn't it beautiful? So I think we are a vigilance 5/5 for 5 is not a bad thing. I mean, I quite like what's going on here. I think taking the Baloth out feels right. So we're a leyline tyrant. Warzard. So we're a Warzard tyrant, I think. Warrior, wizard, leyline tyrant. Here we go. I'm feeling good about this deck, you know, very different. Very different to the decks that we've played so far. If you like that draft, give this video a like. We're getting like way over 10 people watch this video and like 2 likes, and one of them's me. So, come on. So, we're going to want to play the Florahedron as a Florahedron. I'm not... Well, that's weird. They're going to have to pay to equip that now. Unless they're playing some crazy other thing. I mean, I'm all in. For that ramp. This just feels like the right thing to do. That's fine. So, if we Electromancer, we'll get 1 back. But yeah, I think this is just about getting a volume of bods out. So they're going to have quite a bit of removal. Oh, okay. I mean, I know how powerful that thing can be. I think we're best off just getting our big stuff out. We can Rabid Bite. Okay. So I guess the aim here is to have should have done 1 damage to the opponent, but I didn't. So they can choose to attack with that. If they've got something to pump it up with, then that's great. All I can do is that's got trample, so I don't feel too bad about that. Okay. So flow the board out. Okay. So we attack with everything. We double block that, for instance. And they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we didn't really have a lot of choice as soon as that thing got flying, which is a pain. Flyers are going to be an issue for us. I don't feel disheartened at 1 loss. Our Warzard Tyrants. I still think we've got a lot in us. We can smash a couple of wins in. I think Gruul is definitely something that's outside of my comfort zone. I like blue, black, white. Those are my 3 kind of safe colours. I like the way they play. I like the defensive nature of them. The answers they have, instant speed answers. Maybe I don't look enough for that in the other colours. Although I have played a lot of mono red in standard. It's a different kettle of fish to draft. Tomo. Come on then, Tomo. Okay, so we've got 3 mana. I mean, what's this card now? There's no reason why I wouldn't play this. Like, I can't block that flyer, so... Wow, that's good ramp. Okay. I feel like that is going to be annoying. Playing the Electromancer doesn't really gain. Okay. So I've not really got anything in there that I'm worried about. Yeah, I don't see the need. If you play a kicked spell, I'm going to send it all in with a view that they don't have a kicked spell to activate Risen Riptide this turn. I could have got an extra 1 on the Bug Catcher, but the Electromancer's there just in case they play a hasty something. I don't know what they would play or could play. Okay, so we've got a couple of things. Send the old robber in. Okay, but they're not at a full party. Oh, they've not played anything. Okay. So that Riptide's kind of holding us back a little bit, which is annoying. You know, they're hitting us for 5 in the air. They've got a kick spell. Yeah, so that's making that a 5/5, which is annoying. I'm not overly worried about losing the Akun Warrior if I have to. Block the Risen Riptide, it kind of opens the board up a little bit more for me. But they're not going to do it, so that's fine. I think we just need... So if they tap out, that Stomper's going to be a real pain for them. Okay, sending those in is interesting. Now, I do have a Rabid Bite somewhere in my deck. That's not it. Just milling forests. So I've got enough back. If they kick something, they could kill that. Yeah, we have to send that in. If they double... They can double something and whatnot. Our board state's pretty incredible. That thing doesn't really change a lot. Interesting that they're going for the attack as well on that. With both as well. Okay. The Vanguard will... There you go. They just admitted defeat now that they've seen that I can stop the Riptide from blocking. We're ranking back up. That's good. Well, you see, the strategy there was just put a lot of things on the board and let the opponent figure it out. We're already significantly further ahead than we were in my last attempt. Yeah. So this is weird because it's, in theory, it's like a 5 land hand. I'm actually going to keep everything and just go... I could have played that as a land. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's annoying. But not a problem. They're in 3 colours. They have a flyer. But Nahiri's binding is a bit of a pain. I'll happily trade. If they've got a trick, then I'm happy for them to use it. Okay. Annoying, but such is life. So I guess at this stage they're going to do me for 6. I think I have to play that in order to have Stomper on next turn. Yep. I like this attack because it's going to force them to lose something or use something from their hand. And it's going to be difficult for them next turn. You know, they may have something to, and that's got trample, so odd decision on their part, but we're happy to take it. Then here his binding slowed us down a little bit, but we got there. So there you go, 2 for 1. So that's good. I'll settle in for a longer game or video. As we know, we need to get to kind of like 4 and 5 wins to kind of make this viable. The rain is very much coming down out there. Oh, a solid 30-second wait time for a game. Okay. So I think we play Tangled Florahedron as our land for turn. Unless you draw one. Wow. Like if I've got to take one, I've got to take one. Or 2 or whatever. Once we get up here, it becomes a little bit of a different story. Okay, bold move. Gives us a couple of things to work with. By no means ideal, and I'd like to have another land by now. A mountain makes things very different. But if not, we played both of the champions. They both of them give us a... Oh, they have not drawn lands. That's a real shame. Let's see if that drops down. Oh dear. I'm happy to trade that for my Electromancer. They think better of it. I'll get an army of these champions. Okay. I'll send them in. Oh, they're not going to block. That's interesting. I expect something to have gone. Next turn, worst case scenario, we have to put... Okay. That's annoying. I think we'll attach it to this guy. They've got quite a lot of low power, so yeah, we'll get rid of that. I don't really mind losing that. And it gives us still a bug catcher to block with if need be. Play the visionary next turn. Oh, and they just give up. I think them only having 2 lands helped us out a lot. We saw what happened to us when we only had 2 lands. Did we? No. We haven't had 2 lands. I've had 2 lands before. We've all had 2 lands before. It's never easy. So we need that big jump to make this all worthwhile. Crunch, crunch, crunch. If I said that... Ooh. I've got to mulligan that. That's much better. Interesting decision to keep, I know. They can't have something for 1. What is it with everyone in there? 1 mana. As it is, I'll be able to Cinderclasm them and pickaxe, but I've got to do this in the right order. There we go. How fun was that? Gets rid of that pesky flyer. Okay, that's annoying. Unfortunately, Rabid Bite won't do anything. It's a good card, but you can't plan for somebody to have that. It's basically Nahiri's Binding and it's a 2-2. There is obviously upside for us. So we could equip. Or we could get ourselves a 4-3. I think I just prefer the 4-3. That's going to attack and become a 2-2. Which gets blocked by that. So we've got the best creature out. They've got 5 mana, which doesn't look good. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can equip, play the land, and then Rabid Bite. Which sounds very good. If we play anything else, then we've literally got a whole deck's worth of great stuff we could draw. They don't really have a good attack here. Yeah, that's going to get annoying. I'll probably Rabid Bite that. To be honest with you. Okay, they're giving something. They can give something indestructible. That changes things a little bit. So I think I'm better here. Okay. They got 5 power in the air, which is less than ideal. The Rabid Bite can deal with one of them, the captain. Okay, so target creature I control, target creature they control. 1 damage to a target. So they're going to have to double block in order to sort some of this out. I don't have them on board, but they're, you know, pretty much going to have to block in order to make it worthwhile. I'd obviously get rid of the flyer first. Which gives me a 2-2 blocker. So I feel like we came out of that exchange fairly well. You know, that's going to be an imposing threat all game. They can make something indestructible or protection from. And they block with both. Whatever I put first, they protect with the shelter. That could work, but they can't kill it. Okay. That's annoying. Milling my tyrant is annoying. So they don't have good attacks here. Okay, play another one of those. Knowing that they've got that, it does change things a little bit, but not drastically. I mean, I'm more than happy to have that. Force multiple blocks again. Neither of those creatures mean a huge amount to me. And putting everything on top of the Kazandu Stomper when it's got trample is pretty devastating. So I think if we can force them to lose a few things, they don't lose the game if this attack goes through, but you know, 3, 4, 5. I can equip everything to the Stomper next turn, and then if I draw a land, you know, it's going to get 1, 2, 3. It's going to become a 9, 6, 7, and they don't have the. You know, they have 9, but they're really going to struggle to do anything else. So it's going to be interesting. If they've got something big in their hand, then, you know. Okay, so whatever it blocks doesn't untap. That's fair enough. You know, leave that back just as a something just in case blocker. They don't have enough power to get rid of that. They can obviously block it with that to ease the blow a little bit, but they'll lose everything if they block everything on that. They need to use more than one thing because of its trample. It's going to be hard for them. They can make something indestructible, obviously, but it isn't going to change the game too much. They're going to probably make that indestructible. Those two will trade, which is fine, unless they, like I said, make that indestructible. Okay. So they have enough to kill it. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. That was good play from our opponent. Being able to equip the Relic Axe just kind of sorts us out a little bit. They don't have everything they need. But that 3/3 flyer is going to be a pain. It's going to make themselves unblockable. And come at us for 6. Next turn they can do that with 1 flyer. I think that's it. I don't think we can win that. You know, I just got to hope that they don't block. by accident. But they, you know, fair play to them. These combat tricks sort them out. Okay, well, we move on. Three wins, 2 losses. What are we to do? We want to get that jump into 4 wins so that we don't lose too many gems on this endeavour. Miller. What's this hand? We had all red last time, now we've got all green. Can't be doing this. Good thing mini cheddars are so delicious. Gonna have to keep that. Okay. Good for you. I hope they play something else that's like a 3-1. What's really annoying is that having a forest is almost useless. Obviously I'll play my second champion next turn. Just going ultra aggression. If they double block, then wipe them both out. We don't lose the red mana. Okay, so I'm out of cards. Any creature for them. Yep, so that's a 4/4. We have good blocks. Yeah, so that wins us the game. First time we've seen that card, I think, maybe. But it being haste is just such a big swing. Okay, so pushed us up into 4 wins, which is good. 5 would be great. Obviously 7 would be amazing. I think something I'm definitely learning is low mana combat tricks. I still don't rate them highly enough. I'm taking just pointless late game, or pointless sort of like non-usable creatures. It's better to have like a vanilla 3/3 and some things to do with it, I think. But I mean, that's a great curve. It's got curve appeal. What I like about this card is it's a 1/1 for 1, and you can get 1/1 hasters, but it kind of just becomes better later on when you can play it, equip it, and then attack with it. And we're building a really strong board here, and we're going to be able to play our adventurer. Oh dear, they didn't draw any lands. That's a shame. They can't come back from that. That's a shame. I mean, it's not a shame because we won the game, but it happens to the best of us. It really does. Well, there you go. There's the 5th win you've all been waiting for. Can we push it to 6? That's the question. I hope so. Have a start like we just did. Anything's possible. We have had to mulligan as well, which is something that I really don't like doing. I don't think there's a way you can really go for a mono colour deck in draft without any kind of conviction. So, mana screw, as they call it, is definitely something colour-wise that can bite you no matter what you're doing, no matter how many lands you put in your deck. I mean, again, I like that. We've got something to do turn 2 and gives us a turn 4 Vastwood Surge. It's just going to depend heavily on the speed at which they do things. Okay, so I'll gain them some life. I'm going to be taking 2 damage. I'm not sure they're expecting that. They might kill it. Which is fine. I'll take another 2. is the cleric deck I know all too well. We're going to be able to get all 3 of these. Electromancer's out. Which is pretty scary for them. If they want to do something to that healer, then by all means. It's better to attack with both and have... That's a great combo, that Sign of the Swarm and the Celebrant. Well, we did our best, but we just didn't have the flying defense that we could have done with. Couldn't get things out quick enough. Felt like we did whatever we could in that game, and you know what? We finished at Gold Tier 1, which we can't really argue with. We've won quite a few good games. 5-3. It seems to be where we sit some of the time. We'll take it. It gets us our gems back and a few packs. Alas, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment on the video how you're doing with Zendikar. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.